Hey team, Jen here. I wanted to make this video after reading a couple posts in the forum about Doris Lessing's novel, The Grass is Singing. And there are some mixed reviews out there and some pretty harsh criticisms of Mary. So I wanted to make this video as a way to unpack some of the complexities surrounding Mary's sexuality, because it seems as if her sexuality is being placed on display in this novel in a lot of ways. Now, when I first read this novel, I read it as part of my book club, Literary People, which you can join if you want to. We can read books forever together. But one of my close friends read the book, and her first impression of Mary was that she was gay, which is something that I had never considered when I was reading the book. But she made a good argument for this, particularly in the first half of the novel. And I wondered if some of you in this course might want to piggyback on that argument by making some observations about Mary's sexuality in terms of a homosexual discourse. Do we feel that Lessing provides us with some fodder to make an argument to say that Mary is gay, or not? A second way to view Mary's sexuality is that she seems asexual to some people. She seems to have a lack of sexuality, particularly in that first half. I think that arguing that Mary is gay and that she is asexual becomes very difficult, though, when Moses comes into the picture. And I wanted to talk a little bit about that too. Moses seems extremely sexy to Mary. The way that Lessing describes, for example, Moses's black body, his muscles, he seems very sexualized through Mary's gaze. And that to me is striking because she doesn't seem to have a kind of sexual sensibility at any moment in the novel until she sees Moses kind of out there working. And she wants to whip him. She wants to beat him. She wants to have some kind of physical confrontation with him. So I tend to read Mary's sexuality as dormant until she encounters Moses's, black body. And for me, that's problematic in a lot of ways, particularly considering her treatment of that body when she comes to notice it. The way that she interacts with it seems very problematic. But then her interaction with his body certainly changes, perhaps, as we get to the end of the novel. And I don't want to, give anything away because not all of us perhaps have finished reading the novel. But I would like you to chime in. What is the impression that you get of Mary's sexuality? And if it does evolve or if it does shift a bit through the novel, or change, how are we taking that? Are we taking this as a positive view of female sexuality, that it has the ability to encompass many ways of being, modes of expression? Or are we taking these shifts as problematic and off-putting and kind of derogatory in some ways? So I'd love to hear your impressions of that, and I look forward to reading your discussions. Thanks.